Okay, college algebra, let's talk about 5.3. It's about matrices. So you see up in the description at the top of page 1, it's talking about A being A11, A12. All those subscripts say is like the row and column. A11 is in row 1, column 1. A12 is in row 1, column 2. It's just a way of identifying where the term is in the matrix. The determinant, though, is easy. If A is a 2 by 2 matrix, you just take one diagonal, the top left to bottom right diagonal, multiply those two numbers together, and subtract the other diagonal. So 3 times 6 is 18, 4 times 5 is 20, 18 minus 20 is -2. That's all it is for the determinant of a 2 by 2. Normally we put this in lines to indicate it's a determinant, so this is how your answer would normally be. We'll also do number 3. I figure you guys can handle this on your own, but we'll do number 3 because it has fractions, and it's usually a good reminder of how fractions work. It's 1/2, -1/3, 12, -4. So again, top left diagonal, 1/2 times -4 minus the other diagonal, which is -1/3 times 12. Half of -4 is -2. A third of 12 is 4, but it's negative. So -2 minus -4 would be -2 plus 4, which is 2. So here it's +2. And now not every determinant will be 2 or -2. It just so happens to work out that way in this case. Now, on page 2, it talks about the determinant of a 3 by 3 with a scary looking formula. Don't worry too much about the scary looking formula. We'll deal with that later, an easier way to do it, but I do want to talk about the bottom when it says unrelated 2 by 2 matrix. And it has this picture of A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, and A23, A31, A32, and A33. If you look at number 1 there, it says, what is the unrelated matrix for A11? It's really asking you to cover up the row and the column for A11 and tell me what 2 by 2 is left. So when I do that, you see the 2 by 2 that's left. It's A22, A23, A32, and A33. So that's just the answer. Again, we'll do another one. We'll do number 2 as well. The unrelated one to A23. So again, I cover up the row for A23 and the column for A23, and you see the 4 terms that are left. It's A11, A12, A31, and A32. So those are the unrelated matrices. So this is pretty easy. Now on page 3, find the determinant of 3 by 3 matrices. This is on page 2. Page 3. Your best strategy for finding the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix is as follows. If A is 6, 8, 1, 2, 9, 2, 4, 3, 0, what I would suggest you do is take the first 2 rows and rewrite them. Now what do you see after you do this? Just like we had the top left to right diagonals minus the right to left, we still have that. Only now, how many left to right diagonals do we have? 1, 2, 3. So we need to multiply all those separately. So we've got 6 times 9 times 0. We've got 2 times 3 times 1. And we've got 4 times 8 times 2. Well, anything times 0 is 0. This is 6. And 4 times 8 times 2 looks like 4 times 8 is 32. Times 2 is 64. We add them all together because those are all the positive ones, the left to right. That's 70. Now we do the same thing for the right to lefts. There should be also 3 of those. We've got 4 times 9 times 1, 6 times 3 times 2, and 2 times 8 times 0. 4 times 9 times 1 is 36. 6 times 3 times 2 is 36. 2 times 8 times 0 is 0. We add all those together, we get 72. Just like in the 2x2 matrices, when we did the lefts and the rights, we subtracted them. So we do the same thing here. 70 minus 72 is negative 2. So the determinant of this matrix is negative 2. So let's look at number 2 and do the same thing. Negative 2, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, negative 4, negative 3, negative 1, 0, 2. So again, write the columns. First 2 columns again. Negative 2, negative 1, negative 1, negative 3, negative 4, 0. And we'll do the left to right diagonals. So that would be negative 2 times negative 4 times 2, negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 1, negative 2 times negative 1 times 0. So we've got negative 2 times negative 4 is 8, times 2 is 16. Negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9, times negative 1 is negative 9, and anything times 0 is 0. Do the same thing for the right to lefts. We've got negative 2 times negative 4 times negative 1. We've got negative 2 times negative 3 times 0. And we've got negative 3 times negative 1 times 2. This is 8 times negative 1, which is negative 8. This is 0. And this is, looks like 3 times 2, which is 6. So when we add both of these all together, 16 minus 9 is 7. Negative 8 plus 6 is negative 2. And remember, I'm doing 7 minus negative 2. 7 minus negative 2 is really 7 plus 2, which is 9. So this is how you find the determinant of matrices 2x2 and 3x3, and we'll continue on with the next stuff, which is the bottom of page 3, and a little bit extra on page 4 and 6 after.